Welcome to the Effects Loop. I'm Diaz,
And I'm Chris.
and we are keeping you in the loop of the guitar community. Keep that.
Joined by Ellie today at Jen. Wasn't that last week she was on? Like the last half, just sitting there, just yeah.
Yeah, and then my dogs went nuts too.
Mm-hmm.
Last week was like Animal House. Oh, well,
Pepper the cat.
Well, let's get off of last week. Let's talk about this week. This week is brought to you by Westminster Effects. Go check them out. Check out Westminster Effects. Check out Nose Pedal, because it's a great company as well. It's owned by the same person. Actually, I just ordered an aux switch for my Boss VE500, and
very nice.
Yeah, and it's cheap. Like, it's a 2-button aux switch, normally closed $30 plus shipping.
Is he still doing the plastic enclosure? Or no, did you switch to metal?
I think they're all metal.
For Nose? Okay.
Yeah. Did they used to do plastic?
Yeah, I think that was like one of Nose's things when they first started was this was under the old owner. They used plastic boxes and stuff.
That doesn't
kind of keep the cost down.
It doesn't make me feel like confident in it.
No, I had a tap tempo from Nose before Cody bought it, and it was pretty solid. Took forever to get there, but
it was plastic.
No, it was metal.
Okay.
But I did have another. It was a dual expression with knobs, like the big knobs on them. But that one was plastic. But I got that one secondhand from I think a Guitar Center or something like that.
Yeah, dude, I really need to stop going on Guitar Center's used section because they've got a Hughes and Kettner Rotosphere Mark II. I really want one because Incubus, because that's what Mike uses for the beginning on Warmth. It's got a nice. I just want one, and also some of the weird noises on Hemorrhage in My Hands by Fuel is the same thing. So I really want one. My friend Chris and I were talking about it. Well, my other friend Chris, different Chris. It's the guy who called in that one time. He actually was like, I really want this, and then I started looking. I'm like, man, I want that too. So I'm actually in the talk. I might be selling a couple things and getting the Rotosphere.
Very nice.
And then why are we talking about that? Let's get back to talking about Westminster. I totally went off topic. All right, so Westminster, go check them out. I've got the Dually, I've got the Luther Tap Tremolo, I've got the Piper Drive, I've got the Osteen Distortion. Fantastic pedals, like absolutely amazing. The Osteen Distortion's really, really fun. That's high gain madness in that. I feel like you could be like doing any sort, like that's Slipknot. I'm gonna do some Slipknot with the Osteen.
Go for it.
Well, now that we've been talking about all the pedals I own, Chris, have you got anything new lately?
Absolutely not. Well, unless you want to count like selling, I got rid of the trumpet that I've had since middle school, and I guess you call it like the flip of the century for me, because now that we're in 2020,
it's not
be decade.
It's not even a new decade. Listen, there was no year zero. The new decade starts in 2021.
Fine, but
I don't care if people are like, oh no, it's oh my gosh.
Now that we've triggered Diaz, I think we had bought it for $300 back then and pawned it off for $700, which was $50 less than I was expecting to get selling it to a person. So yeah, when they offered me that, I was like, okay, that will definitely work with me.
Like that's fine. Okay, I'm gonna start looking for. I'm gonna look at these old band instruments that I've got laying around.
Yeah, just because I didn't even know it was worth as much as it was. I think when I first looked on Reverb, they had some for like $1,200.
What?
Yep.
That was a nice ass trumpet.
So
what was it? A Bach?
It was a F. Besson.
Oh, okay, yeah, those are
Hmm.
pretty good. Man, if I would have known you were selling one, I would have. You know who would have bought one? Jeff Clemens from Gear Talk.
Hmm.
He's a trumpet player, dude. That guy, like, he collects trumpets.
Then yeah, he probably would have liked it because it needed some work. So I don't know if that's something that if he collects them, if he likes to do.
I don't know.
But yeah, the store I went to had a Epiphone double cut Les Paul special for like $50 under price. So it was really hard not to walk out of there with that. And I think they had a '76 reissue Explorer, so I want to go back and double check.
Oh,
Yep. So and it was 1100 versus the like 1800 they go for. So it's like I need to go see if that was actually what
do
I
it,
think it
Chris.
was.
Do it. What? Let's see. What? So, what if? What are you searching for gear wise? Do you even know? Are you just like in a weird gear like odd section?
Kind of, because part of me is like, I know I really need to get a delay pedal and an amp. Like those are the two big things that I really need. That I kind of have an amp right now, but I have zero delay pedals.
Oh, you need a
um,
delay pedal. Ooh, you know what? I've been. I want to mess with that free the tone delay. Have you checked that
is,
out?
is that the one that has like 90% buttons for all the controls?
Yeah, yeah.
I
It's like,
think I've seen that. I can't remember if I liked it or not. Because I know Snowball Tone did a few videos on it years ago.
yeah.
Um, but I don't think I fell in love with it for some reason. I'll have to go back and review it. But yeah, that's kind of the weird state I'm at. But I'm always like seeing these guitars that I've wanted, and it's like, ooh, I should really
I
get
got a,
that. But at the same time, I can get this thing that I need.
I got a Strymon Brigadier. I'll sell you.
No. If I actually get a Strymon delay, I'm gonna get a Dig again and have Daniel mod it, unless I can find one that's already modded
What do you want the mod to
for
be?
external tap and
Uh,
have the favorite on board.
I don't think that would be super hard, would it? To mod to do?
Um, I don't have soldering skills. The
Yeah.
guitar I did barely works because of my soldering skills.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think did I talk about the Benoit that I got?
Yeah, I think
Oh
so because
well,
it was the episode when Scott was on.
oh yeah. Then I haven't gotten. I don't think I got anything. I got a Mace Windu lightsaber, one of the Black series. I actually found that for like $70, and they're usually like 110. It's $170 new.
Oh well.
And then I got a safe from work. All right, so fun story. I've had an absolutely crappy 2020 so far. Just
Hmm.
it's been horrible. First day of the year, I go to work and our safe won't open. You need money to run a restaurant, like to start
Yep.
the day. Like it doesn't work like that. It's not like people just throw money at you and you're like, oh, now I can make change. No, you've got to have money to start. I had no money. Um, so the first of the year, I had to work a 14-hour day because I had to sit there and wait on the locksmith to come and crack into our safe.
Oh wow.
They had to like it took him 4 hours. He had to saw into it and cut it. He had to cut the bar, and it was absolutely insane.
Mm.
So that's in the back of my truck. That safe is in the back of my truck. They bought us a new safe, and I'm actually gonna have my oldest son weld it, weld where he cut, and I've already got a lock. I want a lock on eBay for like $35,
Hmm.
and the locksmith who cut into it has been really cool, and he's actually going to help me get it up and running. So I have a like 600, 700 pound safe that I don't. I'm gonna fix it up. I'm gonna sand it and repaint it like a nice glossy black because it's
Mm.
old. The safe has got to be about 40 years old,
Right.
and I'm gonna just use it as like a end table, like a cool little decorative end table.
Oh, that's fun.
So I might get like a real cool, like you know how like you see like the safe logo, like maybe the pawn shop logo or something. Might get like a
Hmm.
pawn shop logo, like spray paint and do like gold on top
Oh,
on
yeah.
the black. I mean, it'd be a cool little piece. So I'll be in at $40,
True.
and it'll
It's not
work.
bad.
Yeah. So that's maybe I'm on Paul Pennington. If he ever listens, he'll be like, "Flip it, flip it." You're like, you can resell that. I could probably resell that safe for about 500 once it's repaired.
Probably. I can imagine some guy in that part of the woods wanting something really good to keep his
Well, not even
stash.
that. Like a business.
Well,
I mean,
true. I guess if it's
this
like
is
business quality.
no, like yeah, it came out of a business. Like this is a heavy duty. It was like drilled into the ground safe.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, if it takes a locksmith who cracks like this guy, so I called the first locksmith and he said no. He's like, we don't deal with commercial safes. This is the guy you need to call. So when another locksmith is like, this is the guy you need to call, like he's good. It took him 4 hours. He sat there. He said that's the longest it ever took him to get into a safe.
One.
He said this safe was not made to get into.
Mm.
So
That's crazy.
that was cool. Well, we'll talk about gear. So we Summer Nam will be starting in. When does it start? It starts like tomorrow, doesn't it?
You mean Winter Nam? I think
Or
it's next
Winter
weekend.
Nam? Yeah. Is it next weekend? Oh, I mean, I'm so
Yeah.
used to it being like the 10th or something.
Yeah, 16th through 19th.
Okay, so Nam's a week away. We're recording this way late for what we normally record, and but the cool thing about that actually worked out for us. I've been working on my wife's Jeep. If you ever think about buying a Jeep, don't.
Oh, God.
That's been another great part of 2020. My wife's Jeep's been out of commission since last year. But yeah, I finally got that up and running. That's why we're running late this week. But Nam's next week, and since we're recording late, we've got a lot of cool announcements that have been made for Nam 2020, and we'll kind of go down the list. And we've got enough stuff that this should be plenty of time by the end of it. You guys will be like, "Shut up!"
And just in case I found a couple more I can talk on.
No,
Yes.
No.
These are good though.
Did you check out the email that Stephanie sent us?
I skimmed through it. Yes.
Okay, so Yamaha, we've talked about it. We've gotten a couple guitars in. Well, I've got one guitar in.
You got
Chris is
yours.
still-
Mine is somewhere because of our freaking apartment office.
Yeah. So Chris's Yamaha is somewhere in the United States, hopefully. But Yamaha just did a news release of today. They're announcing the Yamaha NX series nylon string acoustic electric guitars. And they've got contemporary body styles. These things are cool.
Mm.
I love the look of them. Where is it at? I
really like the
picture.
pickup system they put them into.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that, Chris. Calm down. You're out of control.
They're
Okay.
so cool.
It's so awesome. We're going to talk about it. Okay, so the cool thing is, let's see, on the picture, they've got two different ones that we've seen that I saw on the picture, and one of them has the one of my favorite things on an acoustic guitar is the fan, not the fan frets, but the actual fretboard that goes and cuts at an angle. And so the 24th fret, or I think it goes up to 24 frets on this, or maybe 22. The highest frets is only underneath the G, B, and E string. Did you see that, Chris?
The one that has the cutout around the sound hole.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I always thought that was really cool. Yamaha, that was fantastic. Good job doing that. One of the cool things about this as well is they've got the proprietary. What is it called? I just had it up. What's the pickup system called? The Atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
So it's got the Atmosphere in it, so the guitars we got have the effects on it. It's got reverb and chorus.
Yep.
And that's it. but these actually have a different system, and we'll talk about that. I'm going to kind of read the news release because it has just quite a bit of information on it. Yamaha today launched the NX series of 6 nylon string acoustic electric guitars featuring contemporary body styles, along with proprietary preamp and pickup systems developed with the needs of live performers in mind. NX series guitars offer impressive acoustic tone, and their amplified sound quality is unrivaled, said Shannon McKee, product marketing manager, Yamaha Guitar Group. The NCX guitars will appeal to nylon players who will appreciate the enhanced performance capabilities, while the NTX models will be familiar and comfortable for electric and steel string players wanting to venture to nylon. The NTX models, NTX 1, 3, and 5, were designed to make it easy for electric and steel string acoustic players to add the warmth and beauty of nylon string sounds to their tonal palettes. NTX guitars have slimmer bodies, shallower neck profiles, and narrower fingerboards than classical guitars. I'm going to pause there because one reason why I don't like classical guitars is because of the baseball bat, super thick necks, and the odd body, in my opinion. It feels weird. So this is really cool because it's like meeting in the middle. It provides a more familiar playing experience, while 22 fret and 24 fret NTX5 necks extend their range beyond that of standard nylon string instruments. The NCX models, NCX 1, 3, and 5, have classical style neck profiles with fingerboards and were designed primarily for experienced nylon string players in search of superior amplified sound. All include strap pins. That's cool too. I thought, it's funny with like we don't cover acoustic.
Gotta have them strap pins.
Well, we don't cover acoustic enough, in my opinion. And one of the things that I hate about acoustic guitars is when they don't have strap pins and you have to tie it around the neck or the headstock. No, I am not Dave Matthews. I don't need to do that.
You sure?
I'm not sure. Actually, you know what? When my hair when it wasn't as balding, and I could actually pull off the like Dave Matthews really short haircut. I kind of did that. But anyways, the NTX3, NTX5, NCX3, and NCX5 guitars incorporate the Atmosphere preamp and pickup system, which provides consistently balanced and natural amplified sound even at full performance volumes. An integrated under-saddle piezo pickup with individual string sensors captures only the mid and low frequencies, eliminating the characteristic brittleness of piezo pickups. A unique synthetic sheet transducer captures the highs, and an internal microphone captures overall body resonance and quote-unquote airness. The sound from these elements is blended with the Atmosphere preamp and adjusted using the mic blend, treble EQ, and master volume controls. So those are the three controls that you'll find. It's got the same setup. They look almost the same. The knobs do look somewhat different, but it's the same way that we have on ours. And but it's really cool because they've got a video up of the Atmosphere you can find on YouTube, and it actually has a great sound to it whenever it blends because you get to mix both of them together.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's see, where was I at? The NTX1 and NCX1 and guitars incorporate the same integrated piezo pickup along with preamps featuring 3-band EQs with adjustable mid frequencies. The acoustic sound of the NX series guitar is also superb. Careful wood selection combined with renowned Yamaha craftsmanship results in instruments of exceptional playability and tone. All NX guitars have solid tops, including solid European spruce on the NTX5 and NCX5 models. Whether for a player new to nylon string guitar or an accomplished musician seeking extraordinary amplified sound, there is an NX series guitar that will satisfy everyone's needs. I want to play one of those really bad. I'm kind of up. I was hoping that I really can't wait for Summer NAMM to be able to touch one. Because they just seem really cool. And if the quality is anything like the models that we've already received, they're going to be fantastic.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
And I love that they've got the different levels and ranges. So these are the prices on them. This is MSRP, which we know it's going to be lower than that. For the ones, for the NCX1, NTX1s, the ones are $740. The NCX1 FM, which I don't know what the FM is for. That's $910.
It has a built-in radio.
That would be great. You know what? Because I'm tired of getting AM radio whenever I turn on my fuzz. I want some FM radio. I want some easy listening. I want some John Tesh.
Something
If
you
we
can
could
actually
just,
play along with.
yeah, some Delilah. And then, all right, so the 3 series is $1,700 and the 5 series $3,020. I'm gonna play one of those at NAMM.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm like, can I get this one right over here, please? But they look. I love the look, and I'm guessing in the picture we saw is so the NCX5 is the one on the left. That's the more classical one with the bigger body. The one on the right that has the cut that I absolutely love is the NTX5. That's the one that's more modern, and that's the one that Daddy wants. Come on. Come on. I'm gonna have to talk to Jess. Like, listen. But my dog's going crazy. The wife just got home. All right.
Nice.
Let's see. Is there anything you wanted to say about that, Chris? Because I just read that whole thing.
No, I mean, pretty much covered it. They look pretty good, and the fact that they've got the smaller neck profile gets me a little more interested because you hear classical guitars and music every so often. You're like, oh, that'd be really cool. And then you finally pick one up. It's like, this sucks.
Yeah, they're really tough to play,
Mm-hmm.
like a standard classical guitar, especially for like a long period of time. Actually, you know what? Okay, so I'm having like when I was younger, there's this guy that used to hang out with us. He actually lived with us. He was a drummer for a band called the Junkyard Dogs, and his name was James Driver. And James actually had a Yamaha classical guitar that was like a thin style. Now that I think about it, man, wow, that was kind of interesting. Sorry, we just had a little flashback. Let's move on before we start talking about other flashbacks. NAMM 2020. Woo! We're not going to be there. The Rev G20 is a feature-packed high-gain lunchbox amp. Okay, so I'm totally down with lunchbox amps. I love the small ones.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I just saw something that's really cool too. So this is their high gain amp. It's let's see. It's the high gain version of its D20 lunchbox amp. And it's a flexible compact setup. It uses a 2-notes torpedo modeling. It has onboard virtual cabinets. That's really cool. 2-notes is like top of the game.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got virtual mics, speakers, and EQ. It has MIDI control over channel switching, voices, and the 2-note settings. I'm like it's USB. Like, this thing is legit.
Yeah, that's kind of what initially drew me to the G series, I guess, or Rev, whatever they want to call this series. I'm guessing it's the G series, if I remember right.
Well, it's the 20 series.
Yeah.
Because it's the G20 and the D20.
I'm jumping on their website real quick.
Yeah, so they've got the 20s. They've got this. It's got cabinet lighting. What?
What about lighting? You broke up on my end.
There's cabinet lighting. I want to know what that is. Sorry, I'm just looking at the back of this. It's got an effects loop, which is great. It's got you can do 8 ohms or 4 ohms. You've got internal load. You got a speaker out. You've got a ton of stuff. What is this cabinet lighting thing? Is there can you really change the lighting in the cabinet?
Where? Oh.
On the MIDI. Back. No, it's not MIDI. MIDI is 5-pin. This is 4-pin. I need the answers, Rev.
To the Rev.
Why do they not talk about this? Company site. I want some answers. Yes, we know they're going to be at NAMM. That's why they have a NAMM release. Okay, let's see this. I feel like they're kind of missing out on the. It's $11.99.
Oh, yep. Cabinet lighting. The cabs have a light in them, and that's how you power it.
Oh, you have to power it that way?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's stupid. Why can't you just power it by itself? It has power. Why?
No, the cab, so that's a head and the cab. They're separate. lets the cab light up also without having to run. Yes,
Oh,
instead of like I don't know, like a 9-volt cable.
I feel kind of dumb.
It's okay. You've had a long
Well,
week of
I
dealing
had
with
a
cars.
long, I had a long year. Oh, and I've got a corporate. My anniversary Saturday, and I have my big corporate inspection on Sunday.
Oh, yay! On the Sunday,
Yeah.
so Karen better be extra nice to you. That way
No,
you
his
pass
his
your
name's
test.
his name's Wes. He won't be.
No, I mean the after church crowd.
Oh, they. Yeah. Oh my gosh. You know what's funny? I just blew smoke into the mic, and then you started coughing. All right, we're gonna let's reel it back in, guys. Okay, let's move on to the next thing because we've already just butchered the rev. So Harmony Guitars new Juno. So they got a new guitar called the Juno. It is a itty bitty body guitar. It's an itty bitty guitar.
Itty bitty, but 25-inch scale length.
Yeah,
It has
sure.
P90s, so I want one.
It's so tiny. It's awkward. I want to see my fat ass with one of those. I'll look like I could squash it. That's like even with the Yamaha Parlor, it's
Mhm.
yeah, because it's small. I'm a big guy. I feel like with that guitar, I'd look like I was playing a ukulele or something. So is the neck like a normal neck length? It don't, yeah, but
Is 25 Fender or Gibson scale length?
I don't know.
I don't remember that
Is
offhand.
this you think this is 60 cycle hum? Like we have facts?
No,
We just
but we
make
have
stuff up.
Google.
This looks like, oh my gosh, what's the brand? It was a. The body looks like one of those old lap steels.
Yeah.
It's exactly what it looks like. One of those like old Gretsch lap steels, maybe. I don't know if it'd
Or
be
just
Gretsch. There was,
probably just an old laps. Maybe Rogue.
mm, I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's Fender scale length. So
Oh, well, I don't know. I've been down with all the Harmony guitars except for this one.
I don't. Let me see their other ones real quick before I make. I
Right there, it's
kind
on
of
the
like this
bottom.
one a little better.
You like that better than any of the other ones?
A little bit.
No, you are
Yes.
wrong. The silhouette is
Can I get it
great.
with a single P90?
I mean, so the Jupiter, this is like a mini Jupiter. This is the Juno is just like a mini Jupiter. Go look at the Jupiter.
Kinda.
You want the Jupiter. You don't want this
Mm,
one. This
mm.
looks like the Jupiter was on a bad episode of Honey I Shrunk the Kids, the TV show. Not even a movie.
Not the movie.
Not a movie, the TV show. Something bad. It was not good. I feel bad for. I'm not bashing Harmony, but like this one. Okay, this one definitely not for me.
I will take one though, Harmony for this
Yeah. Okay. All right.
one.
Let's. We're moving really fast. All right. We're probably not. It's probably been like 20 minutes, and I don't even realize it. So Court announced the KX300 guitars. They're sandblasted. It's raw. It's like no. Is there any finish?
Mildly. I mean, it's stained,
Okay.
so there's probably like just a mild oil on it, if
Well,
anything.
yeah. I mean, they're colored, so yeah, they're painted. But it's like, um,
Stuff like this even in style, because I feel like I remember Gibson doing something similar to this for who's the guy from ZZ Top?
Billy F. Gibbons.
They did a model that was kind of for him that they put out, and I don't ever remember seeing anybody with one. You know?
Yeah. This is like one. It's already kind of. It's already like a super strat speed metal guitar.
hmm
This just looks like I don't know. It says that the paint's only applied to the wood grains. I don't know how they
Is it?
discriminate. Is it though?
Is it? Because what
Is it
body?
though?
What wood is this? I don't think
Probably
swamp.
swamp.
Yeah, it says swamp ash. I don't think swamp ash is black, so, or red. So like this black and red model, no.
One of those is not the right color. Maybe there is black swamp ash. I feel like I'm gonna. You know what? Every time someone says swamp ash, I think of a different word. Come on, you're from the south. You know what swamp ass is. What? It's not my fault.
Moving.
All right, let's move on. Okay, final thoughts on these guitars. That's a no from me, dog.
Yeah,
No.
not for me. How much are these?
Oh, they're quartz. They're probably like $700.
Yeah,
Maybe
750.
800. Oh, dang! I was right.
For your metal player in your life that
Well,
needs
they're
that needs or
EMGs,
wants. No, are they?
and I don't think they're the retroactive Super 77 dual humbuckers.
Yeah, they're not the active.
They're PAF style. And they are active. It has an incorporated preamp, but it's a PAF style active pickup. Okay, what are they? Who's doing the drugs over there?
I don't know. If that's had a normal finish on it, maybe.
I don't know. It just looks. I don't know. I don't like it. Sorry, Court. All right, so we're gonna move on. This next thing isn't really anything that's announced, and it's really not. It's just really cool. Mm-hmm. So there's a company called Merkaba.
Sure.
And I guess that's how you pronounce it. And they've got what's called the pedal steel synthesizer. It's still in the prototype stage, but if you have a chance, look it up. Merkaba Electronics, and let's see. The pedal steel synthesizer is inspired by the Andes Martenot electronic instrument invented in 1928, which created sound by moving a ring along a wire. It was played with a keyboard, but you can see the similarities to the way a pedal steel guitar works. So what this does is it runs this piece down, this metal piece, along, I believe it's metal, along the strings, and it uses pickups, and it does a synth sound. It's really cool. It's like a pedal steel and a synth, kind of mixing it together. I want to get one of those. I want to do Sleepwalk.
That's cool.
All right, so they're said that they imagine the price being around $700 to $1,200, which is a pretty big range.
Yeah.
This I want to play one so bad. I want to listen to it right now, but I know I really shouldn't because I'll get distracted. Mm-hmm. Chris, talk about something for like 30 seconds so I can listen.
Oh my god, no.
All right, so this next thing,
I'll not pull you in.
Yeah. So check that out. It's really cool. I just found it very interesting and has a really cool just it's taking things and making it different, and I really appreciate that. So check it out. And Chris, why don't you tell us about the next thing, because you put that on the list.
This next thing, the Reverend updates.
Yes.
So yes. Reverend is putting out a new, I think the Contender is the new series. They've got there's so much right here. I don't know how to describe these. Kind of like a Les Paul Contender, wouldn't you say? They got they got a model with humbucker, P90s, and whatever their RB pickup is. Does this say?
Really big.
Yeah, we'll go with really big.
It's Bigsby. I think the B is Bigsby.
Probably.
Roller Bridge. I don't know
either, but they got block inlays, which is really cool. I don't think most Reverends have them, but I know some do. But they look pretty cool. I think they updated the Warhawk series, which is kind of their, I guess, Firebird Contender, because it's got that raised center.
It's got that weird thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a Strat and a Firebird had a weird looking baby.
Mm-hmm. I've had my eyes on the 390 version, and I'm glad that they brought some extra colors in on this series. Because I think all they had was like an orange and maybe a sunburst. Was the only options for those. So
I like the 390s because it makes the body make more sense. I don't know. The other ones, the body looks weirder. I don't know why it does that, but
I don't either. But Reverend, very good job on these.
Yeah, I like them. I like the Contender better. I think the Warhawk looks kind of funky.
Yeah,
But
it's not fully my style. If I got one, I think that I don't remember if it's a Bigsby or if it's like a strap bridge that they have on it. I think it's a strap bridge. But that's what I've been thinking of getting if I wanted a free P90 guitar.
Do they have a strap bridge on the 390? I see it on the DAW.
Yeah, I'm on their actual website, so hang on a second.
This episode is brought to you by Chris Buys a Guitar. I like the Roundhouse. I like those the best.
They must have gotten... unless it's a set neck. No, okay, it's the charge... No, it doesn't... I might be completely wrong, I might be bullshitting, but I thought at one point they had a free pickup P90 with some kind of tremolo on it.
Well, since you like that, we're going to talk about something you hate. Solid Gold Effects came out with the Communication Breakdown, which is supposed to be like a Led Zeppelin in a box, Jimmy Page fuzz, tone bender style. I like it. Chris doesn't.
Yeah, it didn't sound super good to me. I even watched Andy's video on it, and Andy can make anything sound good.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it sounded good. I think it's too thick for you. It's too low end. That's the thing. It's really, really heavy on the low end.
And maybe I was watching the wrong part of the video and gave up too soon because it seemed thin.
Yeah. You said it seemed thin?
Mm-hmm.
What? Dude, you need to get have you gotten your ears checked?
Actually, no, and I am hard of hearing, so. All them years of being next to the drums.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think it sounds great. What is the price going to be on this? Probably.
I think it was like $250 is what I remember seeing.
Yeah. I don't know if it's $250 great. I'd say it's like $175 great. Whoops. That's how. What? 250 grams is 0.55 pounds. In case anyone wanted to know, because Siri felt like telling me that right now.
Thanks,
I mean, it's got two fuzzes in it. It's like it's two of them.
Does the Peloton?
Yeah, but that's different. You can't compare the Peloton to any other fuzz. That has a blend knob on it. This doesn't have a blend knob.
Should.
No. No, that's not how it works. They can't all be Pelotars.
Should be.
Let's see. Let's move on to the next thing. You put the next thing on. You can talk about that.
What was the next one? I don't remember what order I put these things in here. Ah, the Supros, yes. Where did it go? I just lost my page. Supro debuts Conquistador and Claremont models. They're semi-hollows. They don't have semi-hollows in their line currently, do they?
I don't think so.
I don't think they do either. So these look a little too weird for me, but at the same time, I kind of like them. They've got a what would you call that uppercut? It's not fully round. It's like they got 2 inches from the neck and decided to do another inward cut. So it's not quite double cut.
Wait, what? Oh,
yeah, you see it now?
Yeah. Well, I understand what you're saying. It's technically that's a double cut.
Technically, but the one model has their standard Supro gold foil pickups, and the other one has gold foil and humbucker combo.
I can never get past the Supro headstock. It looks so cheap.
Looks cheap, but at least it looks good.
It does not look good.
It looks good.
It does not. It looks like a paddle. Like, am I gonna go down the river with this and like get in my canoe?
What if this saves your life because it is a paddle?
Okay, I'll make a deal with you.
Okay.
If if God goes back on his word and decides to flood the earth again, I will drive my happy ass to Guitar Center and get one of the 78 Supros that they still have in stock that they're about to put on Musician's Friend's Stupid Deal of the Day, and I will swim my way.
There you go. But yeah, it's not, like I said earlier, it's not fully up my alley, but I'm sure somebody out there will like it just because it Supro is quirky enough that I feel like this is definitely up somebody's alley.
I like the green one, which is what, the Claremont.
I love that shade of green on guitars.
If you replace the headstock, I would buy that guitar.
What if it was a Jackson headstock on the guitar?
I'm kind of down. I've always like my like 16-year-old metal Diaz would come out and be so excited.
Everybody would be confused of like gold foil semi-hollow with metal being played.
Dude, I was rocking out some Metallica last night. I had my my Richie Kotzen Telly and my woodcutter running through my Liverpool and my RV5, and that's all I was playing. Dude,
very nice.
I was doing some For Whom the Bell Tolls. My son's like, "What are you doing?" I don't usually ever play that stuff. I learned a lot of that stuff when I was in high school, and I went through that metal phase that all the smart kids go through. I was just Metallica. I was listening to my favorite Metallica album is still gonna be Kill 'Em All. I remember hearing Four Horsemen for the first time and losing my mind. But yeah, speaking of like metal guitars, this next one is kind of exactly what you were talking about with the odd headstock. And the more I look at it, the more I love it. It's not bad, but I really like it. I feel like if I could get some like pickup covers on this guitar. All right, so the LTD, so ESP announced Phase 3, which I guess it's their third phase. I'm assuming. I didn't know we were in the Phase 3 yet.
Yeah, I didn't even know we were in phases, but sure.
When the fuck do we get Phase 3, guys? Come on. ESP is like I'm just waiting for like Gibson to come up. We're like, all right, Phase 7, guys. Like, whoa, what? You skipped 6 phases. But this is Phase 3 with LTD, the 87 series and more. So they've got a whole new line of guitars, and they're all. Oh, I just saw the Phoenix. Okay, so these are like great metal guitars. I mean, it's like stuff you'd imagine seeing like at a Slipknot show, like a weird Slipknot show. They've got what is the Telly style body,
carved top
Telly,
which is kind of cool.
With that, it's got a standard Tunematic bridge. It's hardtail on the one I'm looking at, and it's freaking turquoise. That's the bomb. It looks so cool. But then you go down and you've got the same guitars. You got one in black, you got one in white. They've got Floyd Roses on them. You can dive bomb and whammy yourself to death if you want to. Oh, I'm so excited.
So you can get one of these too.
Oh my! I don't challenge me because I might. And then they've got the Super Strat style, which they've got a single humbucker and candy apple red. They've got the Mirage Deluxe, which is it reminds me of the Jackson that
the Dinkies
the Dinky that John Mayer played with Ed Sheeran. It's a pearl pink. It's not a fluorescent pink, but I love the color. It looks great. It's got a Strat. Is that Strat or is that a Telecaster? It's set like a Telecaster bridge, but it's in the neck.
Actually, think that's a.
Is that the way the Strat is too?
No, it's a small humbucker, like a single coil size humbucker. It looks like.
What?
If you look a little closer, there's that two coil hump.
Oh, it's a Seymour Duncan hot rail.
Okay.
I could have read. It's got a Floyd Rose 1000 bridge. I mean, it just looks fun. And then I just saw this, and I about lost my mind. The Phoenix Black. It's a Firebird style, and that reverse ESP headstock looks sick. That looks great. It's a single humbucker. I really want one. Okay. They had a phase. All right, so that actually talks about phase 1 announcement. When did they do that? Okay, we talked about those. Okay,
Phase 1. Oh yeah, November. Okay.
yeah, we actually
So
talked
this
about
is
those.
more this is the more traditional ones because they got the Phoenix and
Mm-hmm.
Black
Oh
Cherry,
man,
Vintage White.
I like that Phoenix. I want that one. How much? I wonder how much that's going to be. The Phoenix Deluxe 1000 in
These ought to be
vintage
out.
white. Well, it says it's a 2020 announcement.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
I
We
don't
have a
know.
Phase 4 coming at some point. Interesting.
Mother of God!
I don't really. Okay, let me see if I remember these Phase 2. Oh, these are all bases. Oh, there's some. Oh, it's the Sparkle Blue.
Okay, we need to. Is that? Wait, are you looking at phase 4? What
I'm looking
phase
at
are you in?
I'm in Phase 2 with the Sparkle Blue. I don't remember talking about
Sir,
these.
it is 2020. We are in phase 3.
Phase 2 has sparkles.
All right, let's move. All right, let's stop sitting here and just looking at. Now everyone's just listening to us to go, oh, that looks great. And they're like, what the fuck are you looking at?
So to wrap this part up, apparently ESB is coming out with some very cool stuff in the next week, hopefully, if they're going to announce everything at NAMM, and hopefully have it out soon, since all these are 2020.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see. Oh, it's gonna be $1,200 for the Phoenix I want. Ugh, yikes!
It's not. Oh, wait.
It's not horrible. It's not, but it's not like, oh, I'm just gonna pick up this guitar money.
Yeah, is LTD the higher end part of
No,
this whole deal?
ESP's the higher end. LTD's the lower end.
Interesting, but okay.
So yeah, I don't know. All right, let's move on. Let's stop talking about ESPN. So PRS announced the S2 McCartys for new ones for 2020. So S2 is their low. It's not the SE. It's above the SE.
Mm.
So these are all based on. It's not a core model. So yeah, it's kind of that weird in between
middle.
the low. Yeah, it's like the redheaded stepchild. But I have a bone to pick with you, PRS. Here's the deal. You're still doing single cuts. So you quote unquote stole the Gibson design. I'm using quotes because I think that's bullcrap. But you got a guitar in this line, the 594 thin line. When I think thin line, I think a semi-hollow, because the Tele thin line.
Mm-hmm.
Tele thin line has a F hole, semi-hollow. It's not semi-hollow. It's just a thinner body. So yeah, cut that out. Change the name. I'm gonna find you, Paul.
You can put a fake F-hole sticker on it to make you feel better.
All right, Paul Gilbert. That's not how it works. I hate those two.
Oh no!
But,
Is this? Oh no!
What? Oh no! What?
I don't know if this is just the product picture on their website or if this is how they actually come, but it's like a gold and silver mix of hardware.
Yeah, that's how they come. Do you not like it? I like it.
It's
I think
different.
It's cool.
I'm looking at it. I'm kind of in part because part of me wants to say yes, but part of me wants to say no. So I'm gonna let
My
jury
mind
be
is
out on
telling
that.
me no, but my body is telling me yes.
Oh, good. You can buy one of these two for us.
Why am I buying? How much are these?
Probably too much because Paul Reed Smith.
Oh, they've got the pre-orders. What you? Oh, this is on Thoman. 21.39 of those things. It says 1870. I can't read German. The price in GBP is a guideline price only. All right, I'm just gonna add it to the cart and see. Okay. On record. What does it mean? On what is? Why is there a? Oh, those are two different monetary amounts.
Name your own price.
Or it's two different forms of. One's pounds, one's euros.
Good job.
Shut up.
What's the exchange rate to German to English?
$2,374.
Yep.
Maybe S2 doesn't mean cheaper. How is this not a core model? Well, I guess the McCarty is the core model.
Yeah, the core models cost 5,000 and up.
Really?
If I'm correct, the prices might have gone up. Probably.
Okay, maybe $2,000 ain't too bad. All right, let's just roll with that. I think I'm used to. Yeah, that okay. I like the knobs.
That's all we can afford on this podcast. We can afford some PRS knobs.
Yamaha, if you're listening, we could have made this your episode. No, I'm just teasing. They've already done great by us by letting us review these guitars.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to Yamaha. Well, that was on you, and it was kind of weird. That's not Yamaha's fault, people.
Mm-hmm.
That was because Chris had to move.
Mm-hmm. So
moving. Where the hell's my?
To wrap this up real quick, found one.
We got one more.
Google search. Oh. Do we have one more?
We got one more item, not guitar. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
I thought you were wrapping up the episode. I was hold on.
No, I was saying before we wrap up the episode. So this works because Vox apparently has a few new things this year. This first thing is a Vox Cambridge 50. It's a 50-watt modeling combo amp that has their YouTube technology in it.
Is Vox, is that their technology or that's a technology?
I feel like that's their name for that, because if I remember right, Ryan met somebody on an airplane last year, the year before, that was kind of doing that same microprocessor faux tube thing in the pedal.
No, he was doing something with, I think it was more along the lines of, it wasn't tubes, it was resistors or capacitors or something like that.
Okay.
New tube is... Because doesn't Ibanez have the new tube?
Oh, yes, they do. They have a...
Screamer.
When I did a Google search, the Marshall DSL-1 series came up. So
new tube is actually a Korg thing.
Oh, it might be like Korg developed it.
Yeah, and everyone else is just getting to use it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, what the heck? I just pulled up. Don't go to newtube.us. Because this was made in 1917. You can actually buy the new tubes.
This could be old technology for all we know. You know, Apple does that.
Like, this makes Analog Man's site look high tech. Like, no shit.
The amp has, your standard amp models. So you got the Voxes, you got your Marshall Plexi JCM 800, some high gain, and
they got that dual rec.
Yeah, your Fenders. So it's essentially like a Roland Microcube. This by Vox with new tubes. Oh, it has tap tempo. Interesting.
Yeah, it's got tap tempo. Another thing that I thought was really cool is that it's got different. You can do presets, or you got user A and user B. So whenever your friend wants to borrow your amp, like Billy, you're user B.
Yep.
Don't you mess up my settings.
Yeah, and plus it's 50 watts. And what is this going for price wise? Does not say.
I think it was like
290.
It was like
250
or 300. Yeah.
That's not bad.
Not horrible.
And
the only problem is Vox solid state stuff has got a bad rep though. Well, not solid state, but this is technically solid state, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But I'm interested. I didn't listen to any of the videos, but I would definitely be interested in listening and maybe trying one out when they get put into stores. Another thing Vox is doing is, you remember their mini Super Beetle
Mm-hmm.
amps.
There's one for sale around me. I've been.
Yep, they have now made it into a Bluetooth speaker, so they have now joined Marshall in having their look
And
on
Fender.
a Bluetooth.
Fender.
They did make one, yes.
Yeah, Fender made a Bluetooth speaker.
But yeah, to me, that how much is this? Before I say it's cool, there's no price.
Oh, I still need to get those Waza Air.
Headphones.
Yeah.
So if you're a Beatles person, this could be cool for you.
Which
it's
I
a little
am.
half stack. Yeah.
How much was it?
There was no price.
Oh, that means it's too damn much.
Probably
$200.
200 would be pretty solid if it's a good one. I think like the.
How big is it?
I already closed it. I think it's probably about the same size as the regular Super Beetle amp.
No, really? If it's that big, that'd be pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, the minis, I should say, not the actual Super
yeah.
Beetle. That would take up half of the bedroom.
Those things are huge.
Mm-hmm. But another thing is Vox is bringing out 2 new Bobcat model guitars. One has two P90s, the other one is 3 single coils, and they're double cut semi-hollows.
Wait, hold on. I have to find this. It's not on the script, is it?
No, but I can throw it on there for you to look at.
No, I've got the Google. Okay, the Vox Bobcat. I guess this is an old one, but I guess since it's a reissue, it probably looks exactly the same.
Potential.
Okay. Yeah. It's okay.
Yeah, I've got an older Vox Clubman, and I would assume that they're gonna keep some kind of consistency through their vintage stuff up to their reissues. If this isn't a reissue, it's gonna do pretty good. So I'm gonna be.
Wait, what's a Clubman? What? I'm so confused.
The
what?
Clubman is their, I guess you call it like their Mustang competitor. It's 2 single coils on like a kind of smaller body guitar.
Huh.
I'll send you a picture.
Okay.
Yeah, Vox has got a lot of cool stuff coming out under this name, so kind of sad we can't make it. That would be pretty cool to try out.
Well, that looks really cool. So you're the Vox guy. I'm not a big Vox guy. I've landed on the Liverpool because I like the way it plays with pedals, and it's a Vox style. But I've also got the Marshall one. The only thing is I don't like the cleans on the Marshall one.
Well, there you go. Just set it up as a dual kind of thing and switch between them.
I thought about doing that actually, but we'll see what happens. Don't get crazy. All right. Well,
might have an ABY switch I can sell you.
Or I could buy one from our sponsor, Westminster Effects and Nose Pedal. Thank you guys for sponsoring us again. Go check them out, guys. I ordered this aux switch just the other day. I think it was Monday. And I've already got a shipping notification.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, Cody does great stuff over there. And I really want to try out his pink pedal, the treble booster. But I got my aux switch. I got it in pink. He's like, what's the deal with the pink? I'm like, it's great. In my notes, I even said that's how we're going to defeat the commies. Next week, we're going to have a very calm episode. We're going to talk about politics. So join us next week. You can also check out our Facebook group, facebook.com/group/The Effects Loop. Call us on Instagram at The Effects Loop. You can do our Patreon. We need to start plugging that more, because the more money you give us, the more cool stuff we can do. Right now, I know we're both probably saving up for Summer Man. Gonna have a great old time there, and the more you give us money, we can do fun stuff there that like we normally wouldn't be able to do. And you can give as much as you want. We've got a $1 level, $3 level, $5 level, $10 level. If you give enough, you can actually join our chat group. It's a lot of fun. We've got a few people in there, and we really don't talk about the show that much in there. We just kind of hang out.
Yeah, I think the most we end up talking about is like weird finds or good finds that we just find on our local either Craigslist or Facebook groups for gear.
Yeah, and let's see, we plug the Instagram. If you have any topic ideas, or you just want to, if you're lonely, just email theeffectsleep@gmail.com. One of us will respond back. Most likely me.
Or both.
Chris only checks. Yeah, it'll be both of us just randomly.
You'll get two emails right back from each other. You have
Like
to
split
guess which one.
personalities. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I'm gonna just sign it as Chris. So you can do that, and also you can go check out our YouTube. You can actually listen to the episodes on YouTube. So if you're at work and you want to listen to us talk,
Yep.
and be even more bored than you were when you were working, you can go listen on there. Just keep it in the window in the background. But we appreciate you guys. We will see you next week. Be safe. Have fun. Bye.
Bye.